Hello, friends and fellow nerds. Welcome to another issue of Burg Nerds. It's an issue. Yeah, it's an issue. We're in a comic store. It's an issue.
Hell yeah!
The only issue I have is while you're reading Stone Cold.
I have
fucking comic book.
I have 1 through 4. Thank you.
The whole run.
The only thing worse than the art on that is the writing, and the only thing worse than the writing is the fact that Eddie's sitting down there fucking reading them. And it's not even, he didn't even pick up like episodes, or issues rather. He didn't just go pick them up and read them. Like, he took them to the counter and bought them, gleefully purchased them with hard-earned money.
Yes, but he did so for a fellow friend of ours.
Yeah, well,
Tim Rathaport.
So
God,
they won't be
I'm proud of
friends
that
after
age.
this.
Yeah. There's actually an issue 4 that has an alternate cover with him actually choking Hunter Hearst Helmsley. It's actual ring footage of him going.
all right, so we're here at Saturday, July 5th at the Moonlight's big, what do they call this? The big back issue sale?
it's the
Comic
Independence
Independence
Day.
Day.
Comic Independence Day, man. That's fucking, that's America.
That's awesome.
Baseball and comics. So I'm sitting here today, man. I am Jeremy.
I'm Lee.
I'm Eddie.
I'm Jordan.
Hey, we're sitting here today with our buddy John, man. Jon Jennings. How you doing today, John?
I'm doing pretty good.
I'm glad to hear it, man. And you're here shopping today, right?
Yeah, I'm just picking up some missing issues of some different series I've been looking through.
Cool, man. What have you picked up? Anything good?
Not really.
Any Stone Cold issues?
I got the whole run too, so
Yes!
I was looking for that. So yeah, no, I got it now.
You know, and what's sad is that, like, I know that comic book has, like, it's sold like 10 issues, and I think you bought 5 and Eddie bought 5.
Yeah. No, that's definitely.
I don't know who greenlights. So Eddie, what company put those Stone Cold comics out?
Chaos Comics.
There you go.
What else?
There's
did
your
they do?
answer. They put out some decent indie stuff. But
Chaos did Insane Clown Posse.
Oh,
and Twisted.
Lord.
Well, another reason to hate them.
I bet those are great.
that you know, it's really weird, man. Like, seeing a Stone Cold. Like, I know we need to move on from this, but
No.
I can't help but stay with this. Like, who was like, well, we got this awesome idea for a superhero comic, and then the executives are like, the people at Chaos are like, no, not what we're looking for. We're like, well, what about this zombie comic? You know, no, not really what we're looking for. Okay, well, this last thing we had was, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He goes, bam, that's it.
Well, it started in '99, so it makes sense.
Yeah. So, anyways, go back. So, what issues are you buying? Or
Look, I need to talk about this Stone Cold Steve Austin comic. Like, I'm worried. That worries me to death. Like, even at the height of wrestling popularity in the mid '90s, the Attitude Era, like, who ever thought that, like, I guess they just lump us all together. Like, look at those fat guys out there sweating on top of each other out in the crowd watching a wrestling show. They read comics, so let's see if we can.
There's a lot of people in flannel that own that entire run. You know that they do.
I can't imagine that anyone has purchased that with money. Like, it's kind of like Clerks. Like how it was like the #1 most stolen.
I just did.
Okay, case in point.
Yeah,
All right, we're going to let this go, or I'm going to sit here and talk about the fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, excuse me, comic all day. So, John, man, have you been reading anything lately? What's the kind of stuff you read here as far as comics and whatnot?
I read a lot of Image stuff. I would say some of my favorite comics right now are probably Southern Bastards. It's only got 3 comics out right now, but
Now, I've heard of that. I haven't read it.
It's looking pretty good so far. I really like it. Especially because I come from a small town, and that's what it's about. Is just like redneck retards and stuff. So
Yeah,
I mean,
man, that's the way of the gun in the
And
big
then,
city of Lawrenceburg.
And then Nailbiter is another thing done by.
See, that's another one I'm familiar with. I haven't read it though. I've heard of it.
It's really good. I mean, it's like a serial killer novel, but it's really good. I mean, if you haven't read it, I don't want to give anything away or anything. So it's a good comic though. Highly recommend it.
Good stuff, man. Now, we were talking earlier, and you're a Luna Brothers fan, right?
Yeah, I read the whole Girls series. I really like that.
I really enjoyed that. There's something about it, man. The artwork in it kind of leaves much to be desired, I think.
Yeah, I mean, when you can see boobs constantly, it's always good, even if it's just drawn.
If the boobs are just round, it's fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But they just kind of look like
those
boobs.
crazy self-multiplying bitches are just nuts, aren't they? They're just naked in every single frame.
I mean, you just gotta kind of put yourself in that situation too, though. It's like if you were a single guy and there was a ton of naked girls, even if they were crazy aliens, I'd probably still fuck them.
I'd
Yeah,
probably
no, I'm with you.
I'd probably go to sleep.
Death by snoo snoo.
Here's
Jordan's
I
like-
want snoo snoo. Are they?
Jordan's
are
like,
they
fine, I'm just
snoo-snoo?
going to jerk off and go home. Fuck it.
I don't know.
See, here's the thing with that comic that you or that what you just described. That was like me in high school, like every Tuesday.
What,
So,
surrounded by naked alien chicks or jerking off?
all the
Yeah,
above?
all of it.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck it.
It's
So-
like no matter how crazy you were, he was down to fuck them.
Yes. So I mean, here's the thing. I have like a pending lawsuit against Chaos Comics and Luna Brothers. So
And the
there you
Luna
go.
Brothers.
Yep, because they stole my life.
You can't sue the Luna Brothers. Like, I've read some interviews with them. They're such nice guys.
I'm a nice guy, but I'm still gonna sue them.
Eddie, you're a piece of shit. If
Fair
you're
enough.
suing the Luna Brothers, you're a jerk. You're the villain.
Fine.
But I really enjoyed that, man. I really enjoyed a lot of the Luna Brothers stuff. The Sword. Did you read The Sword?
I have not read The Sword. I actually saw 2 trades at I was at Derby City this past weekend,
Uh-huh.
and they had the 2 trades, and I feel stupid for not buying them now. But
It is
It
really
happens.
good, man. Sword is really good. There was a third one I'd read, actually, by the Luna Brothers. I can't remember what it was, but it was great.
I think one of the brothers does Alex and Ada. It's an
Yeah,
indie
and
comic.
one of them, I think, did a little bit with Marvel. I can't remember exactly what he did, but that's some good stuff. And we were talking about Why the Last Man earlier. Lee just started reading Why, right?
No, I picked up Chew and Fables.
Right on. Have you ever read any Chew?
Nah, my wife, she reads Fables, but I haven't gotten into it yet.
Oh man, Fables is a lot of fun. We've talked about Fables on the show before. It's right up there with like Preacher and Why the Last Man, some of my favorite series of all time. Fables is a blast. So if you've never had a chance to read Fables, man, you are missing out.
Yeah, I heard Preacher's a really good series too. I never heard about it until like a couple weeks ago. Someone was telling me to check it out.
I'd say Preacher. If I had to pick a favorite run as far as indie titles, I got to go with Preacher. Man, Preacher is just it's insanity. Like I had a lot of trouble with Preacher because it's so sacrilegious. Like it's really bad, man. And my mom has instilled like this whole guilt. My mom's a pastor or whatever, and like I had like trouble with Preacher at first. Like I bought, like it came highly recommended from a friend of mine, and I actually wound up buying a couple of the trades and started reading them, and they were. I was kind of at odds with myself because the art was amazing and the story was, it was nuts, man. Garth Ennis at the top of his game. It was wonderful. But I was kind of at odds with myself because I was like, this comic's amazing and I feel so guilty. Like it's, but it
That
is
Bible
really
Belt
good.
religion built into it.
Yeah, man, and it's Texas. Like the comic starts in Texas. It goes like all over the place, but it starts in, the guy is actually a preacher in Texas. And Lee just showed me there was Ultra was the other Luna Brothers book that I thought was amazing, which is kind of weird because it's a little girly. Like it's kind of like they called it Sex in the City, but in a comic. It's about female superheroes, and of course it's set in like an alternate universe where like superheroes are celebrities. Like they tweet and they have like publicists and stuff, and they have like the annual superhero awards and stuff. So it's about like this group of female superheroes and how they deal with like everyday life and whatnot, being a celebrity. I don't know. It sounds
Yeah,
awful.
it definitely sounds terrible.
Yeah, no, but it really is good. No, I thought that too, but I was like, that's the Luna Brothers book, and they released a trade in like a one shot, so it was all 8 issues in one shot. And I don't know. I can't make it sound good, so I'm just gonna stop trying. But just
I mean,
trust
it
me,
sounds
man.
like,
It really is good. It really is.
I don't know if you ever read Mara, I think is what it's called. I don't even know who does
No,
it.
I don't think I've read
It's
that.
about a volleyball player, and it's kind of like that same thing where like these volleyball players are like superstars, and but then she comes to have like superpowers, and that's why she's like really good at volleyball. I don't know.
And is it good?
Yeah, it's like a 6 issues run, and
Sounds like a Lifetime movie.
it's pretty good. I mean,
I was what I thought was a friend.
yeah, I don't know. It's pretty good. I recommend it. I mean, it's one of my buddies. He loaned me that, and I don't know if y'all have read Aliens versus Parker.
No,
No,
It's
that sounds amazing.
I thought you were.
by
I thought you
Boom.
were gonna say Alien versus Predator. I was like, I
No.
think that's kind of ran its
Yeah.
course. But
No, it's Aliens versus Parker, and it's either a 4-issue run or like a 6-issue run. It's not very many, but it is really good. I don't know
Right.
who writes it. Can't remember anything about it. I just remember reading it, and it was hilarious. It's about these guys who are transporters in outer space, and they're like transporting this vessel, but they're all a bunch of game nerds and stuff. I don't know. It's pretty funny. It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
I'm sold. I'm
Yeah,
sold on it, man.
I-
It sounds good. Aliens and video game players.
Yeah.
I mean, does
I
it get better?
highly recommend it. I mean,
Aside from the Stone Cold Steve Austin comic, does it get any better than that?
it definitely doesn't.
I love
That's
Stone
for
Cold versus Aliens.
Stone Cold versus anybody but Mr. Miyagi, and
Right,
Stone
yeah.
Cold wins. Well, that's cool, man. And I got to tell you, John, every once in a while, man, we're on Facebook together. We're friends on Facebook, right? I
Yep.
believe. And every once in a while, I'll come across some of the videos you post of your skating, man. And it's actually just as much as the skating that I enjoy watching you skate. I really also enjoy the music you choose. Like I'm watching you just like kind of shred this park. I don't know if it was the Lawrenceburg Park.
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah. It was Lawrenceburg
And
Park.
you were doing what's the White Stripes song, Hotel?
Hotel Uabla.
Yeah, man. I really enjoyed that. I was like kind of sitting and watching the video, just kind of nod, like, yeah, this is all right. But you actually have your own skateboard company, is that right? Clothing company as well, or just?
Yeah, we actually had a clothing company in the starts, but it ended up not coming. It was it still might come. So I mean, watch out for stereotype clothing. It still might be a thing. I don't know. We haven't really decided, but we focused more on the skateboards. We came out with a hardware company and a wax company as well, but they weren't really doing too well. It's all under local skateboard distribution. You can look us up on Facebook. I am co-owner now. We just had some investors buy into it and stuff. So
You got some big stuff
Very
coming
cool.
up, right?
yeah, I mean we're getting ready to get into a lot more stores, and I mean it's getting ready to be a lot bigger and a lot better. So
No, that's awesome, man. Now, what kind of separates you guys? I don't want to put you on the spot or anything, but tell us a little bit about the company, man. You guys got some good riders, or?
we have some really good riders. I would
And of course, I
probably
mean
say-
you ride for the company naturally, right?
Yeah, I mean I'm kind of like I'm not at all the oldest person in the company, but I would say I'm like the worst skater for the company.
And you're good,
And-
so that says a lot about your company.
Yeah, I would say that like if I didn't own it, I wouldn't sponsor myself.
Nice.
I'm ashamed to sponsor myself.
Yeah.
These guys are so good.
Yeah, no, that's for sure how it is. Like, I mean, some of the guys on my team are just incredible, and they're way better than my company, and I'm so glad that they ride for us.
That's awesome. Now you guys have a YouTube channel with a lot of your stuff on there. You want to plug a YouTube channel or Facebook
Yeah,
page?
our YouTube channel is Locals502.
Right on.
But we don't post a whole lot on there. You can probably follow us on Instagram. We have a hashtag Local Skateboards USA. There's also local skateboards in Sweden. That's why we have a Local Skateboards USA.
Yeah, well, it's Sweden. Come
yeah.
on.
Yeah, America.
Now here's the
And don't
thing.
forget to tweet at Gleaming the Cube.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, though.
No one will follow that at all.
I would.
Nice. See, I kind of consider myself like a marketing genius every once in a while when I'm not podcasting.
Yeah, he's the only one that
And-
considers himself a marketing genius.
and so
Take everything he says with a grain of salt.
a bucket of salt, actually. But anyways, one skater that you guys need to have to really get your company going is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I mean, like, we contacted him. To try
Yeah,
to
he
get him to
wasn't
ride
very
for
interested,
us.
I'm guessing.
And, like, he had just some stipulations that we couldn't uphold, you know?
Well, that and when is he going to find time between like punching helicopters and beating up
I know.
aliens?
you wanna
see me pull a 360? Give me a hell yeah.
Stone Cold's got a switch kickflip.
He gets another switch straight down a eights there. I saw it.
Oh man,
It's
that's
on YouTube.
tricky.
Look it up.
No.
The bad thing is, he only skates to one song, which is his intro song.
And he's really bad about putting on an ET mask and annoying people that work in drive-thrus.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you probably have no idea what we're talking about. Look up Stone Cold ET. Anyone listening, please. It's the best thing you can do for yourself. You have a phone, you have a laptop. Go to YouTube and look up Stone Cold ET. You will not be sorry.
I'm about to look it up right now.
It's
Yeah, you
great.
have
It's
to look up
absolutely
Stone Cold
wonderful.
ET. This is awesome. I think that's going to do it for this segment, John. Thank you so much for joining us, and that's awesome. You have anything you want to throw out there before we?
I mean, just hashtag Local Skateboards USA. Look us up on Instagram, Facebook at Local Skateboards or Local Skateboard Distribution or Local Skates, either one. And check us out, homeskateshop.com. Search Local Skateboards. We're on there. You can buy our product there online. And we're hopefully going to be coming into a lot more stores a lot sooner. So
That's awesome,
just
man.
keep an eye out for us.
Well said, man. John, thank you so much
Stereotype
for
clothing
joining us.
coming sometime.
It's coming
Hopefully.
eventually, right?
One day.
Yeah, man. You guys gonna do the 3X and 4X shirts?
Just for you. We'll print special ones.
Man, that is a sweetheart thing to say.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Well,
Sign me up for a 3X right now.
we might have to do the graphic sideways or something.
Oh, that or charge me $5 more for it.
Yeah.
Always do that, man. It's hard being in a country full of fat people. It really is tough.
You think it'd be
being fat.
easier to find stuff?
Well, you don't have a lot of 300-pound skaters going around. You just don't see them that much.
I know a couple, so.
Really?
Yeah.
They had like 2-inch kick flips or something.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if you know any of the older skaters around the Lawrenceburg area, but this guy, Jamie Gillis, he's actually lost a lot of weight.
I know that guy. Yeah, he
but
used
when
to
he was
skate around our
heavier-
neighborhood when I was a kid. He's a few years older than me,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And but
He
when
has
he
an
was
elf
heavier,
comic.
he was still shredding. I mean, he
Really?
was still doing Smith grind reverts and just ripping.
That is
So,
awesome, man. That is
yeah.
pretty cool. Well, John, man, thank you again for joining us, man.
Thank
We
you.
Thanks for
appreciate it.
having me out. Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for us, eh?
Thanks, John.